Hey YouTube, this is Barney Black with an MS update. There's only a couple of things that I want to update, mainly because it's been a couple of months since I put anything out there, and I appreciate the views that I've had. And if you like any of my videos, give us a thumbs up. If you like them enough to subscribe, that'd be cool. I'm just trying to get the word out there. I have MS, it does not have me, but I want to share my experiences as much as I can. The thing that I'm looking to share just now is probably the update on tecfidera and the fact that I've been taking tecfidera for must be close to a year. I'm sure it was last November I started it. It's now obviously November again. So 12 months. I was diagnosed, for those that don't know, with MS back in March 2017. So, but I've had the symptoms for 16, 17 years of one type or another, with pins and needles and sensation symptoms in my arms and my legs being the most constant thing that I deal with. Tecfidera, side effects. Okay, so those of you that take tecfidera may well have experienced similar things. You may experience none of the things that I go through when I take tecfidera. The first thing is flushing. Flushing, it's like prickly heat. My head goes red and hot, my arms go red and prickly heat, hot. My limbs as well, my legs can also go that way. It does pass. It can happen anything between 3 to 5 hours after taking the tablet, whether I eat or don't eat, and various things, whether it's it doesn't matter what I eat, it doesn't change much in the way that the side effects are pretty much a guarantee. The other thing other than the redness that I get, that I get with tecfidera, is I get a dryness in my mouth. And I also get a dryness behind my eye, but only my left eye, which is puzzling. It doesn't give me any concerns, but it's always noticeable, and I sometimes feel that the eye is weaker because of it. I also have tiredness. I'm so tired all the time. In part, I have to put that down to the length of the days that I work, and we all work really hard, so that's not anything other than just, well, hey, suck it up and get on with it. And I can't say it's fatigue either. When I was at the MS clinical trial last week, I went through these questionnaires, and fatigue was one of the things I was asked if I suffered from at any time. I don't think so. However, I am always tired. My sleep isn't about rest, it's about recovery. And I'm just trying to recharge the batteries that I have, my internal physical batteries. And I guess the thing for me is that they never feel fully recharged. And rightly or wrongly, I put that down to a combination of my work and the what I put into my work, and just the length of the day, just life in general. It's really difficult. My diet, I think, is okay. I think my diet is actually as good as it's been for a long time. I have the odd slip. I definitely do like a bar of chocolate, but I try to eat a good amount of fruit and veg. I try to drink as much water as I possibly can. I still drink too much coffee, although I've gone through spells where I've drank nothing but water for 3 or 4 weeks, which has been pretty good. I can't say I felt much different because of it, but I must have felt different inside, even though I might have not been consciously aware of it. I'm sure my body benefited from that kind of period of drinking nothing but water. So that's where I'm at. So tecfidera, I get the side effects. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with tecfidera because I'm not 100% convinced it's doing a huge amount for me. However, if I wasn't taking it for the last 12 months, would I have suffered a significant relapse? It is a crapshoot. It's an absolute toss of the coin. I have, with some reluctance, accepting the science that I'm 60% or more better by taking tecfidera. It's something which is designed to reduce and limit the likelihood of any relapse, or certainly if I had a relapse of any description, that it's meant to minimize the impact that it would have on me physically. So that's a good thing, right? but I'm still not sure if it's doing me any good. I don't know. It's difficult. So if you're on tecfidera and you've got any thoughts, I'd love to hear them. What else? So I've been into the clinical study. I went through various tests, various kind of clinical tests and trials where I have to walk in a straight line at pace. I've had to stand on one leg with my eyes closed. The whole kind of neurology balance type behaviours I'm looking at, I guess. I had to do some dexterity things by taking 9 pegs out of holes and putting them into a dish, and taking them out of the dish and putting them back into the holes with my left hand and my right hand. I'm left-handed, but I was slower this year with my left hand than with my right hand. Not by much, but it should have been the other way around. My dominant hand usually does have a little bit of an edge on that dexterity test. So that was frustrating, and I got 2 chances at it. So I guess I just have to accept the dexterity on this side is a little bit off. What else? I had my bloods taken to make sure the tecfidera isn't doing any damage, and I've heard nothing since. That was 2 weeks ago, I think. So I've not been called back in because the bloods are showing any kind of concern. So I'm assuming that the tecfidera I am taking has got no real issues with the liver function, and that's good. So that's pretty cool. The body's still operating the way that it should, largely, MS aside. What else? You know what? The emotional challenges are still there, and it's difficult to know again. Like the tiredness, is it just stuff? Is it just life? There's loads going on in everybody's world. There's loads going on in my world. Friends with difficulties, and I sometimes kind of feel a little bit... Oh, what's the word? I feel like my symptoms, my MS, actually pales into insignificance with the challenges that my friends have gone through. I've had a friend who recently has had a stroke, and he's younger than I am. I've had another friend who's just had a heart attack. He's younger than I am, and I'm sitting here banging on about whether or not the tablet I take gives me side effects, which are a bit inconvenient. So I kind of have to check myself about the emotional side of things that I think is a part of MS, because I genuinely have an optimistic view on life. I have to work at that a lot harder, I think, now than I ever used to. Whether or not that's MS, whether or not that's just accumulation of different stuff in the day-to-day living, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's it. It's probably a bit of a ramble. Hopefully it was of some use. If you've got any stories of your own to share from an MS perspective, or you know someone with MS and you want to share my video, I would be more than grateful. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos and don't want to miss them, click that subscribe button. And yeah, this is Barney Black. I've got MS. It does not have me. Take care.